tell you otherwise.
I'll tell you what, Justin, that movie sucks because I rewatched it recently and it's not good. So fight me.
I think Justin is the only Monty Python fan here.
I think you might be right on that.
Yeah, it's not good. It doesn't hold up. I'm sorry, Justin.
Because I sure don't give a pika.
What about a chew? Oh, by the way, Steve.
I don't give a chew either.
Screw you for getting me on the Let's Go hype train, because I don't even care. The game is going to suck. But, like, now I need everything that has to do with eating. And, like, my life, Stephen. My life because of you.
Y'all ready to
You're
get started
welcome.
here?
Wait, I have to get one more reference in before we get started here. The things I do for love. Okay, now I'm ready.
I broke my Switch.
Oh, God.
Do tell.
Now we're ready.
Do
Hopefully
tell.
it was
Wait.
just the kickstand.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
I heard
never
the click,
use
so
it.
that's what I figured what it was.
Why do you think I bought an actual stand?
Well, I have an extra.
Because I don't want to use that piece of garbage. I
I
know,
don't
we
know
bought
where
it
it
for
went.
you.
So.
Losing
All
our
right, guys.
gifts. I see how
We're
you are.
gonna get
Hello, everybody,
started.
and welcome
We're
to
gonna-
Infendo Radio.
We're going to get started, so let's get a little silence here so we can get the show started, and I will bring us in. All right. Make my notes. Let's do it.
Sorry.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. This is episode number 448. This is the 27th of June. Man, it's a hot one here in New Mexico. I don't know about you guys, but I'm already sweating up a storm. How the heck are you holding up, Lucas?
I am holding up and holding out for a better tomorrow. I don't know where I was going with that. I'll have something much better for you next week. This is not my best attempt, but otherwise, just dandy, my friend. Just dandy.
How many Pokemon you catch?
All the Pokemon. I am playing Let's Go. I wish I was playing Let's Go. I'm playing Pokemon Go
No,
again.
you don't. You said it's gonna suck.
Oh, it is gonna suck. I still want to play it. But yeah, no, like freaking.
I saw the Eevee on your shoulder today.
All the Pokemon. Yeah, I have so much garbage now. But anyway, that's for later in the show. For now, talk to someone else. Please.
I will, because Justin doesn't have an Eevee on his shoulder. Usually he has a cat on his shoulder. He has neither right now. How are you doing?
Good. It was in the 60s and rainy today, so I'm.
Oh God,
I'm
I wish. Oh, I wish. Lord Almighty.
And I am not in the mood to rap this week, so it's gonna be kind of low key.
Praise
That's
be.
my favorite Justin-ish intro of all time.
My favorite is the Justin who's not in the mood to rap.
Steve, how the heck are you holding up? Is it hot up there in Utah?
It is way too hot. It was, again, 104 degrees in my car when I got in my car at 5 in the afternoon. That is absolutely disgusting. One cannot and should not live under these conditions.
Yeah. When we went,
He says in a group chat with a Floridian and a Mexican.
Yeah.
I'll take New Mexico heat over Florida because I've been to Florida in the summer.
Yeah.
That's unbearable, man. Like the humidity on top of the heat. No, thank you.
Yeah, and then you got those pesky hurricanes.
Meh. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't
Excuse
have
to play
power
through-
or anything for a week.
It's
but that's no
it's an
big
excuse. It's an excuse to play through Splatoon story mode, which is what I did last year during the hurricane. So always something to do.
Guess this year you can complete the Octo expansion.
Yeah,
story.
that'll be my plan. Probably.
Like tradition, makes sense.
So video games.
Yeah, let's talk about those. Actually, Justin, you were going to talk to us about our first little bit of video games. So why don't you do that?
Yes, some good news, I guess. Capcom's going to make games for the Switch, apparently. Maybe. Finally.
Hopefully?
They had a shareholder meeting earlier this month, and they basically said, with the number of Switch units sold, it's a lot easier for them to maybe possibly almost sort of want to make games for it. I'm paraphrasing here, of course. They, as we know, Capcom has been pretty unreliable when it comes to the Switch and Nintendo in general. And when we found out that originally there wasn't going to be a port of Monster Hunter Double Cross, which did come out in Japan, is out in Japan, that kind of burned a lot of bridges. I know we had quite a few heated discussions about that. Obviously, we know it is being released here under, what is it? Generations Ultimate, I believe the name will be.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They're also planning on, let's see, what else we got here? They plan on continuing to promote Street Fighter as their flagship esports title. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I guess when there's a competition, Street Fighter will be there.
That's cute.
Because it's always good to stay hot on the heels of what's new and exciting in video games. I don't know, unless this all just seems kind of lip servicey to me right now, because I mean, yeah, we are getting Monster Hunter, but it's a port of a 3DS game that's already been out in Japan for what, 6 months to a year.
Oh yeah, at least.
And we're not getting Monster Hunter World, which is the big new, high-tech one that's out or coming out on the PS4. So, but they do plan on making a Switch-specific one, so that's good news. But, I mean, there's so much. I mean, we did finally get the Mega Man Legacy collections, albeit at kind of ridiculous prices. But, we still kind of got the short end of the stick on the Street Fighter Anniversary Collector's Edition bonus. Every other system got Street Fighter 4. We got another version of Super Street Fighter 2.
Mm-hmm.
And
you know what's really sad about all
we still haven't gotten the Disney Afternoon Collection, which I would totally throw my money at if I could.
I'd buy it yesterday.
The terrible part about all this too is that like literally Capcom holds the keys to like my childhood. Like a lot of the games that I loved as a kid were all Capcom titles, so it's like really disappointing as a Nintendo fan.
And well, not only that, but most of those games came out on Nintendo. Mm-hmm. So they seem to be fine with basically dumping ROMs of these old NES and Super NES games onto other systems, but no, we're gonna have to think hard about whether we dump these ROMs on the Switch, where our core audience really is. But,
so here's the thing for me with Capcom. Like, they have some of my favorite games, and they're like my least favorite company. short of the companies that don't even matter, like EA, because like, let's be real, when is EA ever going to be relevant for us as like Nintendo users?
Yeah.
But like, Roblox. Seriously, I love me some Mega Man. I'm like lukewarm on Monster Hunter right now. Like, there are games that I love to play through Capcom, but their policies going back as far as like I can remember as a gamer have always just been so kind of tepid as far as Nintendo is concerned. It's just it doesn't do it for me. Like I feel like there's so little like trust when it comes to them and the kind of games that they're going to release. At any moment they could just pull the rug out from under you and cancel a game they're working on. So there's no enthusiasm for me at this point as a Nintendo owner. Like, you've proven to me that you're an untrustworthy brand. You've proven to me not to get my hopes up. So, like, I'm just going to shut you out at this point. Like, I care so little about what your press releases have to say. Like, put up or shut up, And already you're joining this one late. Like, we've had companies like that have really latched onto and embraced, developing for Nintendo. Even going as far back as the Wii U. Capcom really isn't there. So... Sure. Yeah.
So what are the odds? What are the odds of getting something like Way Forward's remake of DuckTales on the Switch? I mean, it's a remake Probably. Of a Capcom game, but who holds the license to that? Way Forward or Capcom?
Who knows? I mean,
probably whoever.
Well, Capcom, I'm sure would be the holders of those permissions, but
it'd probably be pretty easy to port over and that it was already a Wii U game. So I mean, totally different infrastructure. Don't get me wrong.
Well,
but
and that's
still,
that's the only Afternoon Collection game I even care about is DuckTales. I don't care if I get the original Nintendo or the remake because I love both of those games.
Yeah,
just give me one of them.
Well, the long and short of it is,
all the other ones.
Don't expect anything from Capcom unless it's going to make gangbusters money. Because like even games seemed like a safe bet, like porting over this Monster Hunter game took a good like 2 years. So
yeah,
for sure. All right. Well, that was enough Capcom. You guys heard the timer, right? Because it happened.
I did not hear a timer.
Oh God. Well,
no, we didn't hear it.
There was a timer.
Justin, Eugene, just go da 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 dun every time it gets too close. That'll stop us.
Well, we're gonna move on though to some more news, some happier news, I think. Lucas, why don't you take us away?
Well, I'm telling this news, so I won't be able to be quite as salty as I was during the Capcom segment here. Pokemon Go had the most active users in May since the summer of 2016. I was not one of those May users, but I was one of those June users, and I can kind of understand why. Pokemon Go was huge when it first came out. It was super big news. I don't know if you guys remember, like every news story had something to do with Pokemon Go in it. Like people were finding ways
sensationalist.
People were finding ways to like blame the game for like a kid stumbling upon a dead body, or like just a few months ago, the French Spider-Man guy who saved the kid in the building.
Oh yeah,
they worked into the story that the dad who wasn't there was out playing Pokemon Go. Like it's a big deal. Like people love their Pokemon.
What about the coughing incident at the? There was a memorial and there was coughings there, and it was highly
when the kids went into the graveyard to catch them.
Oh no, I remember the
it was at the Holocaust Museum.
The Holocaust.
Oh
yeah.
That was all sorts of
terrible. Yeah.
But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about the fact Pokemon Go is selling better than it has in a very long time. And as a recent re-adopter of it, I can say that I think the reason for that it's twofold. Some of the big changes that they've made, they finally implemented trading this week. Was it last week?
Last week sometime.
It was right after last week's show because we were saying on the show we didn't know it was coming, and then it came out on Thursday or something like that because Nintendo loves to do that to us.
Better late than ever.
There's finally a friend system, so you can register other people, like I've done with you lovely gentlemen and your ladies. One of your ladies, at least. I'm thinking of it.
My lady doesn't play.
Yeah, but I have another friend.
I don't think I've actually sent you a friend request yet, so...
Yeah, I don't even know if
my friend request, Justin.
But going back to the news that we're talking about here, there was that. Also, there's like a gifting system now, and with that come more Alolan form Pokemon. We're up to Gen 3 now. Obviously, they're going to keep going through the list. All of like the hardcore Gen 1ers who got into the game to get to the original 150 seem to have stayed on through the new ones, so that's good news. But the other reason that I think Pokemon Go is doing so big is because Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is coming out, and it's going to be, cross-compatible, essentially. So that's interesting. There's a lot of Pokemon Go-related goodness. It seems like Niantic is kind of jumping on board with that. They've been launching a lot of special events lately to kind of commemorate things and get people excited. I keep getting pop-up advertisements for a big event in Germany that I don't know how I would possibly go to that, and I don't know how Niantic thinks I would go to that. I'm not the first guy.
Generally, one hops on a plane.
Yeah. I'm not the first guy who ever completed the Pokedex in this game. I don't have millions of dollars to jet around the world catching Pokemon. But that aside, they obviously seem to be enjoying kind of a newfound resurgence in a game that I kind of assumed was on its way out. I mean, there's still a lot of things about it that, like, as a core Pokemon gamer, I'm like, I wish this was better. But it's a fun time waster. And that's it. That's Pokemon Go.
I may or may not be playing right now.
Now they need to do is, increase support for rural areas.
I know we've had this discussion 100 times, but like when I went to Washington D.C., like I couldn't not get Pokestops and rare Pokemon, and like just the amount of gameplay in like a major city is huge.
Yeah.
And here, the nearest Pokestop is like a mile from my house, tantalizingly close to me, to the point where I can tap it but not actually do anything with it, in a park that I'm pretty sure drug dealers used to hang out in when I was a child. So I'm not going there at like 9 o'clock at night to catch Pokemon.
No, you might get caught.
If I want to play Pokemon Go, I basically have to drive like 15 or 20 minutes to the nearest shopping center and play it there. And even there's 3 gyms and like 4 other Pokestops. So it's not like it's a huge hotbed of, gaming goodness. So you make do with what you've got, but it's just a shame because then you go online and you see all these other users who have like just scattered droves of things to do in their game. And it's like, God, it'd be so easy to get into this game if like, I could go for a walk around my block and spin 3 Pokestops, but I can't do any of that.
My biggest issue is because I'm not near any Pokestops, I have no Pokeballs. So there's no incentive for me to even open the app anymore because I'm not spending money on it.
Yeah, that's really rough. And
I'm definitely not spending money on a game that I can't play most of the time.
At the very least, you'd think they'd give you like 5 Pokeballs a day or something just to keep you hooked if you're like you're like you.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's the beauty of the gift system is you get Pokeballs from the gifts.
Yeah.
And like me, I drive past 3 Pokestops every day that I can ping on my watch real quick, which I shouldn't be doing while I'm driving, but I do.
Yeah.
And and I can give those gifts to my friends, and it gives them Pokeballs and Alolan eggs and all that kind of stuff. And then now when I take my lunch, I always go to like somewhere where I know there's going to be Pokestops.
Yeah.
I love that. I always go somewhere where I know there's going to be Pokestops, and I'll sit there and spin Pokestops on my hour-long lunch break to get more items. So
I guess
so send me a friend request, Justin, and I'll start sending you crap.
Last point from me, since we're already Donkey Konging it up here. I wish that they would add more stuff for us to do like as online friends, because most of my friends in the world are adults like me and can't get together every day to play Pokemon Go. It'd be really fun if
half a country away.
Yeah, it'd be really fun if like the 3 or 4 of us could like take a gym together somehow or somehow do something. But maybe someday.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll get there.
You can only ask for so much. It's been how long since the freaking game's been out and we're now only getting trading? It's like, goodness
That's
gracious.
The thing. It's like, you can tell that they're really taking this slow. Not to mention that we get like 1 generation of Pokemon every year. Like, they want this to last.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what, though? The stuff that they're implementing actually works.
Oh, I want to make one quick point about Pokemon Go while we're talking about it. This is actually newsworthy stuff, I think. The Walking Dead recently announced they're making a Pokemon Go knockoff game that's going to be basically the same thing. Yeah, you walk around, you find zombies and like survivors and stuff, and you kill zombies together. So like that's a thing that's happening. I almost made a news story about it, chose to go in a different direction for one of my articles this week. But hey, Walking Go Pokemon Go, or Walking Dead Pokemon Go. If you're like the one guy... If you're like the one guy...
Pokemon Dead.
If you're like the one guy who still watches The Walking Dead, you can play that game and have a lot of fun.
I don't know if we're going to continue watching this season.
None of us
will
are.
watch it when it comes to Netflix. But,
we DVR'd the entire thing, and we were like, why? No, let's just not.
All right, well, we're going to Walking Dead this segment into the next one, and we're going to take a break because Steve is going to... apparently, he's going to murder us in Nintendo, so I'm not ready. Let's find out.
It's going to be a ride.
And just a reminder for both you guys and me, don't let me forget to show you my box.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I'm so glad we got that recorded.
That was entirely intentional.
Right?
That wasn't like that's what she said. That was like straight up. That's what he said.
Like the double entendre was already, basically woven into that sentence.
But the question, Justin, is the cat inside it alive or dead?
Oh God. When is that the box? When is that reference gonna like be dead? Because that we're like that's like already gonna be like 15, 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
It's like decades old.
It's absolutely
possibly centuries. How long ago was Schrodinger?
it's like the worst thing to come out of theoretical physics. Like,
Is the segment over yet? Or
and simultaneously the best.
Well, we're waiting for you to bring us back into Nintendo's, baby boo.
Oh, I thought we were actually still in the segment.
No,
we're breaking.
I was gonna say,
I'm restroom or something.
When we're talking about Schrodinger's cat, we're on a break.
Okay, well, let me go pee. And
I am farming for hardy durians. So
nice.
And I am taking a break from Minecraft to get this article published before the day is over. So
we'll have to link up sometime this week, maybe, and because I'm pretty soon to beat this story mode, and then maybe we can do a little tag team review.
I'm down
for a second.
I'm down for a little tag team, and I hope that we can film it. I hope you're comfortable.
Oh yes, yeah. I think that would be amazing.
That reminds me, I gotta upload my Donkey Kong video.
Like we can come up with like maybe like I don't know, like a little script or something where we just talk, and then we can have like both of our heads like popping in and out of the video or whatever if we want to edit it that way. I think that'd be cool.
I think we should just play tennis and just the entire time like Serena Williams it. So every time it's our shot, we should be like,
but in the voice of your character. So if you're like little big, if you're Boo, you have to go like.
For a second, I thought I still had the volume on Breath of the Wild turned on.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Lucas got it.
So while we're talking about Link shouting, I'm so happy every time I play Hyrule Warriors, because when you're playing as young Link and you transform into Fierce Deity, they recycled the audio clips from adult Link from Ocarina of Time and Fierce Deity from Majora's Mask. It's just like, it makes me so happy every time I hear it. It's that little bit of nostalgic goodness that's so perfect. Because they could have just used like Link's voice from Hyrule Warriors, but they chose to like,
we go all out.
I have 109 hardy durians. I think I'm good.
God,
it took me a long time to even remember what game you were playing. I was like, Hardy Durians. I was like, not Minecraft. I was like, that Animal Crossing? Then I was like, oh no, it's that game I never play anymore because there's nothing left to do.
Oh my God, I can't stop playing it.
Yeah, welcome to me in Minecraft and Hyrule Warriors and crap.
Yep.
Yeah, every day I think, oh, I should play a level in Hyrule Warriors, but first let me play a little bit of Breath of the Wild. 2 hours later,
your time is done.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, you ready to bring us in?
Oh God, are we doing this live with the whole music playing live thing this week? Or are we starting that next week?
I was gonna do that, but I was trying to, and you guys weren't hearing it. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't working. Technical difficulties. Next week we're gonna try that.
Technical difficulties. I can't imagine that on this show.
Yeah.
We never... All right. Well, I'm ready.
All right. Go ahead whenever you're ready, dog.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, eventually.
And oh God. And we're back. Welcome everybody to our Nintendo Tunes section for this week. I will be your host this week. If you've never listened to the show or the Nintendo section, here's what it's about. We pick songs from games that have been on Nintendo consoles, and everybody else on the show has to guess what game these songs are from. If you are a member of our Patreon at the $2 or higher level, you actually have access to an article every week that lets you suggest songs for this segment. And this week we had a bunch of suggestions. We normally bring about 11 songs to the show. 6 of them this time are patron suggestions. So go over to patreon.com, subscribe at least $2 and you get access to that tier. Are you guys ready for this? There is no theme this week. I've been really busy at work the last 2 months, so this time it was, what games can I think of that I won't have a hell of a time finding the music for?
Minecraft.
So,
Shovel Knight.
Given that,
Shantae.
we're not doing no. Okay, Justin, -3 points for Eugene so far.
Damn it!
I was good.
So this first one actually comes to us from Mike Corky Dog.
My pipe.
I
is
almost
sticky.
just. What?
My
Yeah,
pipe is sticky.
God.
Okay, here is your first track.
Thank you.
How's the volume?
Fuck you.
Okay.
Is Corky Dog?
Yeah, Corky Dog.
Oh, Corky Dog.
Guess I better pull up my Wikipedia.
I like this.
Oh, I didn't realize there was words. Hopefully that doesn't spoil it.
Barely hear it. Is it The World Ends With You?
It's not. You can barely hear the music or the words.
The words.
Yeah, the words.
Let me know when you guys are ready for another track.
Yeah, let's get another track.
I'm already pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to guess this one. So.
Okay, with your second track comes your first hint. This is a 3DS game.
Shantae.
Nope.
-1.
This works the
Jeez.
Yep,
I'm
minus
winning
1
already. I haven't even guessed anything, and I'm already winning.
Hey, this wasn't one of your suggestions. It was one of Corky Dog's.
That is a fair point.
It's like when Jay-Z Beats wants me to do Sonic and Eugene gets mad at me.
I'm gonna have to download this whole soundtrack. I like this. I don't like the game, but I like the soundtrack.
Did we get a system? I'm sorry, I might have been Shantaeing it up.
Yeah, system is 3DS.
3DS, that's right.
That's literally the only clue we have.
Medio?
What did you say?
Medio?
No. Your next hint with your next track. This is a Team Ninja game.
Sakurai Samurai? Sakurai Samurai?
No.
Is this Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword?
No.
No, that's a DS game. Oh, is this did they make a what's the boopy fighter game called? Dead or Alive?
Dead or Alive.
Yes, it is.
Yes!
Dean described the game, but Lucas and Justin said it simultaneously.
Everybody wins!
No, I said Dead or Alive also. I definitely said Dead or Alive with them or
Okay,
before
so
that.
everybody wins!
Yeah.
I'm giving that to Eugene.
Yeah, I was gonna say Eugene described it and we all answered it, but Eugene knew what it was before we all stole it from him. So
yeah,
That's
so
fair.
Eugene gets the first point.
Does that put Eugene at -2?
Yeah. Negative. Oh, jeez. All right, here's your next one. This one comes to us from Malik Emrys. Get your buzzers ready, is all I'm going to say.
Oh, GoldenEye.
Damn it! Damn it,
I even
Justin.
hesitated.
So Malik's exact words was, "Let's see who's the fastest."
Well, I mean, I've never played GoldenEye, so you know.
I played it,
And you were
but
pretty
I
good.
don't
You
remember
picked one that didn't like immediately start with the James Bond
Right.
theme, even though every
Well,
single
yeah.
track in that game has the James Bond theme in it somewhere.
Yeah. Oops. So Eugene is at 1, Justin is at 1, and we are going into my first game.
Ooh.
So this one comes from me. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Screen cap that face. Lucas looks like the brothers from those old Christmas movies.
The
This is
Miser
Rayman.
Brothers.
Yes, thank you. What, Lucas?
Not Rayman.
Nope. This takes me back. I love this game.
Well, it can have you.
N64 then?
No? It is a Switch game.
Really?
Takes you back
And it takes
to
you
like
back.
last week.
Oh, is this Crash Bandicoot?
It is.
Oh, bitch.
I thought we had a rule that we couldn't use games that aren't out yet.
And yet here we are.
Justin, at the time this podcast posts, it will be out.
Ah!
That's a technicality.
How's that for a loophole?
I still think I get the worst use of Nintendo's ever for using Gubble one.
For using what?
Gubble? But it was a fan request. Who cares if the game never came out on a Nintendo?
That's true. I forgot all about Gubble.
Gotta love me some Gubble.
Hell is a Gubble.
Some PlayStation strategy game or something.
It was not a strategy game.
Well, whatever it is, it's a PlayStation dating sim.
There you go.
So we are on round 4. Everybody's tied up at 1 point. And our next game selection comes to us from one Jay-Z Beast. Good luck.
Are there more than one Jay-Z Beasts?
Is it
There are
Xenoblade 2 DLC?
Oh, what?
Nope. That would be too easy.
Sorry, that wasn't loud enough. Like your mom.
Is this a Donkey Kong level?
39 minutes to first your mom joke.
Wait, this sounds familiar.
Donkey Kong? No.
We get
When I
another
listened to
track.
this soundtrack, it sounded like The Matrix, but it's not that either.
It just sounds like the angriest composer.
Right? It's like a...
So,
And yet, I feel like I've heard this.
so I actually don't have a composer for the soundtrack. This game is a Wii game.
Is this Conduit?
It's not.
Is it Conduit 2?
It's not.
You got a look on your face that made me
Right?
go, wait.
Is, it's a Wii game. Do we get genre yet?
Genre, according to Wikipedia, is an action game.
This isn't Other M, is it?
It's not.
Jay-Z
Action game. That's descriptive.
Descriptive, isn't it? Your publisher, because genre didn't really help you much. What was that?
It's a game in which things move.
Yeah, I know. Your publisher is THQ. Your developer is Rainbow Studios.
That doesn't help me much.
Nope,
No, it doesn't.
THQ only did... Is it Boy and His Blob?
No.
What other Wii games did they do? Is it like that draw pad game? What is that thing? You Draw?
You draw. Yes.
I
If
forgot
this
that.
is the soundtrack to You
games.
Draw,
Lucas is suddenly interested in hopping on.
Oh, I know it. Is this Deadly Creatures?
It is.
Yes!
Why did
what
it
the
sound
heck
familiar?
is Deadly Creature?
Yeah,
I'll show you. I have it in my case.
Oh dear God.
It is about
We have
spiders and creepy things.
We have found Eugene's happy place, apparently.
Yeah, that's the game.
All right.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
so,
weird.
Eugene, my question to you, why the fuck do you have that game? It looked terrible.
No, it's actually good. To be honest with you, it's really good.
it definitely like the packaging and the title sounds shovelware.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's why I never picked that one up.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, no, dude, it's really good.
Well,
actually.
maybe
I
they
mean,
should
it's
design
not
the
really
cover
good.
better if they want people to be interested in it.
I mean, it's no Breath of the Wild. It's no 5 out of 10, but you
Yeah,
know.
no, it's no quality. Hey, I was defending your game. If you want to get into it,
That's the first place I went. I didn't mean to take a dig at you. I apologize.
Hey, after all the Phantom Hourglass jokes we've made, I think we can.
All right. With that, we're moving into round 5. This one comes
Please.
to us from Minus.
oh, is this Final Fantasy 4, 3, 6, 7?
No, it's not.
Minus? What are you doing, Minus?
It is made by Square, though, right?
This game? Nope.
Really? Wow.
Really?
Such a Square sound to it.
This is a boss battle. In fact, all the music
Actually,
I picked in this game would have went well in my boss battle in 10 tunes I did.
I kind of like this.
Yeah, I do too.
I know, right?
Very
I'm
classy.
so well. Yeah, you'll understand when you hear what the game is. Let's move on to another track.
This Octopath Traveler?
It's not.
There's definitely an Uematsu sound to it, isn't there?
I don't know who that is, but yes.
I can't give
Final
you a
Fantasy
genre on this
composer.
game.
Huh.
I can't give you a genre in this game because the genre is in the title. So you're gonna have to suffice with this is a Game Boy Advance and Wii U Virtual Console game.
Adventure Quest, RPG Quest.
It's not an RPG. That's not the genre.
Magnificent Adventure.
Give me another track. I don't want to.
Adventure
Give me another
Boy.
track. I know what this is.
It's something adventure.
Puzzle
No.
Fighter? Puzzle Quest?
No.
Yeah, this is Mario Pinball Land.
It is.
Really? Wow.
Eugene is mopping the floor with us this week.
Boy, that is
So-
a totally unheard of soundtrack.
Yeah.
So the first
the
song I
composer?
played, this one, composer was Nimrod Productions. Okay, so this song, the Toot and Koopa battle, and then this one was Cheap Pufferfish battle,
Okay.
and then you got it on the PD Piranha battle.
That
This is
must be like one of
possibly-
the first. Oh, sorry. What's up?
I was gonna say this is possibly the best Mario music I've ever heard.
So I know we're past Deadly Creatures again, but I just remembered that part of the reason why I got that game is because there's two characters that are voiced by Billy Bob Thornton and Dennis Hopper in that game.
Oh, Dennis Hopper's in that game?
Yeah.
Shit, dude, I'm
Does
gonna
he
give
play
it a play
President
now.
Koopa?
Right?
All right, guys, you ready for another one of mine?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess.
All right. I was waiting for something. Yes, no, anything?
Do we have a choice?
Well, you don't have
Ooh.
to be.
Is this Dark Moon?
Nope.
Is it regular Luigi's Mansion?
Nope.
Which we
I'm
Is it a
loving this,
Nintendo
by the way. It's on a Nintendo console, but it is not made by Nintendo. You have to be specific on that question.
I thought I was, but clearly I'm playing with the world's worst group.
Poor Lucas, we're all picking on him tonight.
Clearly everyone just sucks, so you know.
The funny thing is that first bit that you heard was actually from the loading menu of this part of this
Really?
game. Uh-huh.
That doesn't bode well for me.
It's just a part of it that you guys might not have played. And it's a game that 2 of 3 of you have played.
Hyrule
2 of
Warriors.
3 of us?
Genre.
Can we get a second track?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a second track,
Sonic
and then
Mania.
I'm going to give you a genre.
Yeah, that is a game that 2 of 3 of us have played.
I'm just saying.
The genre is a sandbox survival game.
Minecraft.
It is.
I was gonna
Ah!
say this is Halo, so it has to be
It is.
something with a skin.
I also had Egyptian mythology queued up and Skyrim queued up to go with it.
Nice.
I haven't used Minecraft in a while, so I had to throw it out there. You'll be happy to know that neither Shantae nor Shovel Knight appear this week. Sorry.
Doom.
Doom. That's funny. Justin, did you get Eugene's point?
Wait, are we on the next track already?
No,
That's
this
Halo.
is
No,
Minecraft.
this is still the Halo theme.
Okay.
Because Justin, I've kind of stopped keeping track. All right, so your next track comes to us from Corrupted.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, I know this. This is Hey You Pikachu.
Jesus Christ.
I love this. I love this.
Wow.
That was impressive, sir.
Da, 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 da.
I
This,
didn't
this
know
almost sounds
anybody-
like Pokemon Snap too. Did they have the same composer?
Could have. I mean,
Probably.
same system. So.
Yeah, same system. Yeah, too.
Yeah,
I
just
didn't
like,
know anybody played that game, let alone had the capability to play
Dude,
that
I was-
game.
dude, I was the perfect age when that game came out. I was like, what, like 8, 10, whatever.
Yeah,
I was
you
a
were in that
little
demographic.
I was a little kid. Like I was like, "Hi Pikachu, I love you," and he was like, "Pika."
Good lord.
Pikachu needs some anger management, it sounds like.
No, he's just from
Hey,
like
Justin.
Jersey. That's how
Can you give us a score update?
I don't
I'm
want
lost
to.
at this point.
Eugene is leading with 4. Lucas just got his second, and I still only have the very first one.
Hey, Pika!
All right. Well, let's.
Actually, your Pikachu reminds me of the kind of de-evolution of Toad's voice. You know how
Let's
it is?
see if you guys can guess what Phantom brings to us.
Oh god.
No, I'm not done talking about Toad's voice.
We'll talk away, but
And
it's just
how
gonna
he
distract
apparently
from-
became a chain smoker somewhere between Mario 64 and Sunshine.
I hear nothing.
Yeah, I'm done. You can play it.
Sorry, but you
I am playing. You guys hear that now?
Yes.
Yes.
Too loud?
Is this Octopath Traveler?
It's not.
That
Is
would
it
be
Jackal?
great.
Going with that guess.
Hey, it's Phantom.
You're not wrong.
How do I know this?
I don't know, but I almost guessed the wrong answer because it sounded familiar and then wasn't.
What were you gonna guess?
I was going to guess the Wonder Boy. The first couple notes sounded like the Palace music.
God, the soundtrack. I didn't realize RuneScape.
How about another track? It's not like Fire Emblem, is it?
It's not.
Advance Wars?
Nope.
I feel
Italian
like the
Wars.
audio in this game goes way up and down.
It does. It's a very epic soundtrack. So, I don't know what hint to give you guys. It's not going to give this away. So, what hint do you guys want?
Is it Dynasty Warriors?
It's not.
How about
Is it
console?
Samurai Warriors?
It's not. What'd you say, Eugene?
How about console?
It does sound like Skyrim. Console on this. This one was on, as far as Nintendo consoles go, Wii U. It was also on PS3 and Xbox 360.
Is this Dark something or others? Dark
Souls?
Darksiders.
No.
Dark I always get that one wrong.
I know. Usually you call it Darkstalkers or...
Is this Injustice, the fighting game?
It's not, but you're thinking along the right lines. It's not a fighting game, though.
A hastily ported WB.
Is that Batman
It is a
game?
hastily ported game.
Is this Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham?
No, it's not.
Those Lego games have gotten pretty epic soundtracks.
Yeah.
Oh!
I also had that moment, Eugene, and then just realizing I was totally off.
Yeah. It was like that first, like, da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
So I can't give you developer because that's a dead giveaway. I will give you the publisher. The publisher was EA.
Oh, this is
Mass Effect 3.
It is. So,
Who did that? Because I didn't even know who got that first.
I mean, it sounded like me, but there might be a lag affecting that, so...
it was so close. I'm gonna have to give you.
I can't tell. Yeah, that EA can't basically gave it away. Cause
Hey, how about this? I have 1 point, Eugene has 4, so I get this one.
I'm good with that, Eugene.
Yeah, right
As
up
long
until I get 2 more, and then...
Do I get to renege on this later on in the game when I'm losing? That's the
We're
real
not
question.
using that language anymore, remember?
Well, considering we're on round 9, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna get this one, Eugene.
Yeah, I don't have a chance of winning, so...
Just saying.
Let's see. Let me just pull up my Wikipedia. Here we go.
Is this a U track?
Yes.
Sure is.
Super Meat Boy.
Nope. This is a me track, but it's not a game I've played.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Nope.
I don't know
This
why I
is-
thought that.
Not authentic 8-bit music, so
Correct.
It's like Rocket League or something weird.
Master Blaster?
No to both of those, although this does sound a lot like Master Blaster.
Blaster Master.
Not Blaster Master either.
It was worth a shot.
Master
Sometimes
Blaster.
gets that stick up his butt. So
Is this a Switch game?
It is a Switch game.
Is this Bloodstained?
It is Bloodstained.
I was like, I played this. I know this music.
I have
was
never
looking-
played a
I had-
Castlevania game before, but I'm
It's
really
so good, dude. The music is good.
Bloodstained.
The game is good. Oh my god.
I was looking through the site that I use to download games, and I clicked on the Switch tab, and I'm like, wait, I can get this soundtrack off of here? This will be fun.
For everybody but me. But I'm okay with that.
All right. So here is my next game. We're just going to go through these last two. Here we go. I might have to turn this one up for you guys too. How's that?
Ambient.
Yeah, that's kind of how a lot of this soundtrack is.
This is a Steve game.
So let's get you another track.
And a hint.
Which hint would you guys like? System? I think system sounds good.
Sure.
System is Wii U.
It's like Axiom Verge or something.
Nope.
Tropical Freeze?
Nope.
Returns?
Nope. I find it amusing that you would equate Donkey Kong games with this soundtrack, though.
It has a Donkey Kong vibe.
Definitely has a very David Wise atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's not like Treasure Tracker or something, is it?
It's not. It does
Hey,
have
I
treasure in it, though.
That game? I was like, he has to be talking about a different treasure tracker because this is not Captain Toad.
No, it's definitely not, but like, I don't know why. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I don't know.
It feels very piratey, doesn't it?
Well,
Is that
it
a
does
hint?
now that you've said that.
That was a big hint.
Dante?
Nope.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Is it
Yep.
Risky Boots DLC?
Nope. It was Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh,
What was,
oh!
Wait. That was that was on Wii U. I
It
wish it would
was.
come to Switch.
Right.
It was a good game.
I have it on
Alright,
the
guys.
PS3. I wish it would come to Switch.
Eugene has clearly won this, but I specifically picked this game, this last game, for the troll factor. So here we go.
It's the Olympic.
Come on,
Is this,
Steve.
Okay, well,
is this Mario and
Either
Sonic at the
Mario
Olympic Games?
Galaxy or
It's not Olympics,
Brothers.
it's not Galaxy, and it's
whatever.
not Smash Brothers.
Is this
What?
Treasure Tracker?
It's not. But I heard this song was on the soundtrack, and like after last week, I couldn't resist.
Oh, is it Mario and Rabbids?
Minecraft.
No and no.
Steve?
Let's get you another song.
And this isn't Olympics. Wow.
Is this Mario Maker?
Nope.
I don't. Yeah, say they don't have Galaxy music in that.
Is it a Switch game?
This is fun. Nope.
What's
Wii U?
this?
3DS is your platform.
3DS.
Really?
Yep.
Is this
And
music
no, it's not
from
Mario
the
Maker for 3DS.
Is the music you're playing from the soundtrack?
It
Very
is.
high quality for a 3DS game.
This was a game I put 80 hours into on the 3DS, as a matter of fact.
Steve?
My Brothers 2?
Nope.
I don't think any other like new Super Mario Bros. Had that Mario Galaxy track.
Is this isn't Smash for the 3DS, is it?
I already guessed Smash.
And it's not Dark Moon.
No, this is a ghost house, not a haunted mansion.
Is this Mario Kart?
Is it Mario Kart?
Mario Kart? Nope.
Wait.
Is this Mario Party, like the 1 in 100 or whatever?
Nope.
God, Steven!
This is so much fun. This is all I wanted to do this whole time. This is the one game. The chat hasn't got it either. They've guessed Mario Run, New Super Mario Brothers 2.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This song specifically was from a Mario Kart game, right?
No.
No, I believe this was from 3D Land or 3D World.
Land, or World, rather, I think.
It's a.
I think.
Alright, Steve, you're pissing me off.
What Mario game on the 3DS haven't you guys guessed yet?
The one that's the right
I'll give
answer.
you a hint. It's not a Mario platformer. It's a Mario spin-off title.
Obviously.
Because I've heard the specific. Oh, it's Sticker Star. This is Sticker Star. No?
Is it like is
Mario
it
Tennis
Sports, Mario Sports Mix or whatever it's called?
Really?
Nope. Am I really going to stump you guys with the Mario game?
I got nothing.
I'm real mad.
They never made a DDR Mario game for the 3DS.
Yeah, right?
Nope. It's not also. It's also not Mario versus Sonic Olympics or Mario Golf.
It's not Mario Tennis.
Nope.
3DS. You're sure of this, Steve?
Positive. It came packaged with 2 games in one.
Is this that Mario RPG? The Mario and Luigi?
Mario and Luigi? No.
Oh, Bowser's Inside Story and that other one?
Nope.
That was the guess.
Yes, we've already debunked that one.
What is this?
I got one more track after this, and then I'm gonna have to.
Is there any music in this game that's just from the game?
These last couple of remixes are actually.
No, but I mean like a song that's like original to the game.
Not very much, and it wasn't.
I swear I've played this. You said you put 80 hours into this game?
Yeah, it was like my 3rd most played 3DS game.
This isn't Minecraft 3DS, is it?
No.
A Mario game. Wait, hang on. A Mario game Steve put 80 hours into 3DS. Come on, let's
Mario
think about
games
this.
Can you put that many hours into it?
Exactly. I demand a moment to think this through, Steven.
I'll give you a moment. I'll give you.
And
a
I
minute.
swear I've downloaded the soundtrack before. Okay,
Skytendo
can I
just
start-
got it in the chat.
Can I start asking questions that are like less fair?
Yes.
Is it a game that any of us have played that you know of?
I think at least one of you has played it. I can't
Did
remember
we get
which one.
genre?
The genre's a puzzle game.
Puzzle and Dragons.
Oh, that's what it is. Yup. Dang it.
That was so much fun.
Damn, dude. That was rough. That was Jersey Pikachu rough. Pika frickin' Chew.
Oh, that was fun.
I don't even feel like I won.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I won with that last one.
But you didn't.
Tell you what, Lucas, I'll give you 2 points for that last one.
I appreciate it.
Well, that means we need. No, I guess not.
No, it doesn't.
No,
I
yeah.
know that much.
Eugene kind of mopped the floor with us.
Yeah, Phantom says he never would have guessed that.
Yeah, that was tough.
Completely forgot that game existed.
Without
so
the
did
hint.
I found it on my download site, and I'm like, I forgot about this game. They forgot about this game.
Everybody forgot about this game.
It was one of those unfortunate games that was like a mobile game on a Nintendo system that just kind of like, meh.
And someone on the chat asked the mobile game, and I said, what mobile game? And they said Mario Run, and I was like, nope, not that one either.
Right. Alrighty, well, that was fun until that last track, god damn it. But we're going to take a break.
That pissed
and
you
we're gonna
off
be
when
right
I played
back.
Galaxy. I'll be back. I'm going to go grab my dinner.
I'm going to grab my box.
We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.
I'm still here. I'm just tennising away. Keep messing up because I have to make notes. People keeps cussing around here.
Hey, I just dropped a damn. That's not that bad. That's almost not even censorable.
No, I don't make notes for no dams.
Okay. I didn't really notice that much profanidad, which is not how you say profanity. What? I didn't even notice any.
There was a few. I
See, that's why I couldn't like do that, because it slips by me. I don't notice it. I'd have to like listen to the entire show over again while I was editing it.
I bet you Steve has some kind of Hispanic cuisine.
Probably. Well, I have to build the tallest tower in Minecraft because you can build a portal in this game that basically goes to like hell. And I did that, but I built it in a spot where it basically put me at like the bottom of hell. So I'm going to try building a much higher portal and seeing if the next one goes a little bit better.
Isn't that called like the Nether or something like that?
It is called the Nether. It's absolutely called the Nether. I did not think about how I was going to get down from here. Uh-oh. I'm going to die.
Shoot.
So, Steve.
Yes.
On this episode of Infendo Radio, I mined like 6 diamond. I mined like 40 obsidian. And I am now building a portal.
Sounds like it's been a productive night.
It has been. Been a
Have
good night for Minecraft.
Have you guys played Mario Tennis with like the motion control setting thing?
Not yet.
I think it's
any good?
It's all right. It's not Wii Tennis or anything. It's a little different, but what is Wii Tennis? You know?
Yeah, Wii Tennis is top notch. When you're looking for tennis, they always say, go to Wii Tennis. Anything else is the inferior tennis.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I bought Mario Tennis. I haven't even put it in my Switch yet.
You mentioned that.
It's kind of sad, actually.
Did you get
It's a really solid game.
Then?
What, Eugene?
You got the physical?
Yeah.
Version?
Yeah, I got it for $47 or something like that.
Amazon?
Best Buy?
Oh, Gamer Club or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah. I signed up like 2 months before they shut it down. So I figure I better get my money's worth.
I never did the Best Buy Gamer Club, actually.
$10 points to whoever knew what I was whistling.
Songs of the South.
I wasn't paying attention.
Still got nothing.
Nope, I don't know.
Maybe someone in the live chat is paying attention.
Andy's here. Hi, Andy.
Andy, Skytendo, Phantom.
Andy, the only reason I do the online tournament mode is because that's like one of the few places where you can get like a real match of tennis in. Because everything else is everything else is like those weird like tiebreak type modes or whatever.
Yeah, I have to say I like the online tournament mode. I think it's pretty nice. It's pretty safe. It's pretty, it's friendly. But
yeah, for sure.
That said, I prefer to be playing against computers. Like,
right. Yeah, it'd be nice to have like that, but like, kind of like what I'd even take what Mario Power Tennis did. I don't know if you remember that. That was really great.
I'm also kind of bummed out that the tournaments end at Star Cup. There's no like Rainbow Cup or anything like that because like they don't really ever get hard. The tournaments just go from like, chill to slightly less chill.
Maybe that'll be like Splatoon-esque DLC that they start adding in or something.
I hope, because like it's a really solid game with some really solid gameplay that's missing like the magic that the older games had. Right. And it's not just nostalgia talking. Like it's not as well thought out for like a cohesive single player experience,
Right. It's got a great base, but it's just missing like that little extra that always part of
the gameplay is enough to make it worth buying, but getting to the gameplay or coming out of the gameplay is a disappointment.
Total agreement there. We'll probably be on the same wavelength once we get to change the system, I'm sure.
It did not change the position of the spawn point, which makes me think I have to come here with almost nothing and break the spawn myself and then kill myself in the nether. Or maybe I need to break this spawn and maybe that will change the spawn point in the nether.
What are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to create a spawn that isn't at the bottom of the nether.
It needs to be physically up higher, like on a mountain.
I did that, but I still spawned in the lower part.
Oh, really?
But I'm thinking the reason for that might be because I still had my other nether portal open. So I've just closed that.
Other
I'm going
nether.
to see what happens.
We have Justin back. All right, let's see. Let's make a note.
Glad to see I'm not the only one that enjoyed the suffering you guys just went through with that last game.
Looks like Steve, you're gonna take Jay-Z Beast's question. Did either of you guys have preference on the other two?
I do not.
Well, then I'm just gonna toss them your way in the way that I see. Let's see. Phantom is what's the movie? I like Minus's question too. If you guys don't care, then Lucas, I'm gonna make you Phantom, and Minus is going to be Justin.
It's okay. I got to do some brainstorming here to figure out the answer to my Phantom question. That's actually tricky.
Seriously, right? All right. Well, I'm ready if you guys are ready. Let me just make a note here. All right, let's do it. All right, we are back. It is the section where we answer your questions, and we like to call it the question block. If you are a patron, you actually can submit questions if you are the $3 tier or above, I believe. And the first question comes from Jay-Z Beast. Why don't you take us away, Steve?
So Jay-Z Beast asks, if each of the Infendo crew was an RPG class, what class would they be? No repeats. So am I supposed to do all four of us, or just like myself, or?
Well, here's the tricky thing about no repeats.
Question for all of us.
But like no repeats is that like we're gonna have to come to a consensus on this. So like,
what did you say, Justin?
Bard.
So Justin,
I'm okay
Justin's
with that.
definitely the bard. I have to be the group healer. That seems to be what I do best.
I feel like I would just straight up fight things with swords. Like, I don't know.
And I feel like I would be the mage, because that seems like that's like the techie type of class, so I guess we're all set.
You would make a good mage, dude. Yeah, no, I'm like straight up sword and shield, like bring it old school, so.
Yeah, I have to be the healer. I'm useless otherwise.
That is true.
I would be amazed. Actually, you know what's funny
Coming
about that,
from
Steve?
the Bard, that's a pretty big...
You know what's funny about that, Steve? Did you guys ever play Crystal Chronicles and then have to like dolly out the freaking classes?
Oh,
you know how
you
they're...
played as the Ukes.
I did. I totally was.
When I was a kid, I was always either a Clavat or a Selkie, depending on whether I wanted to like Sanic speed it or just like straight up traditional sword and shield. I was always like, God, I wish I had a friend who would play.
Is this Infendo International? What the hell did you just start saying?
I used to wish that you were my friend before I knew you were my friend, because like magic was so useful in that game, and I hated I hated their design and everything. So like,
I was the Uke, and I was the one that carried the goddamn chalice bucket thing.
That was me. I was never good at fighting, but I could always carry that damn chalice.
Yeah, no, I'm the guy who basically runs outside of the circle into the miasma, taking damage but killing people.
Miasma. That's our new Quay for Infendo.
Have you never played Crystal Chronicles? These are all real words.
Miasma needs an inhaler.
God.
You've seriously never played Crystal Chronicles?
Nope.
Yeah,
I wasn't even sure what you guys were talking about because I missed the introduction of this whole conversation.
Justin, I have to turn my back on you.
To be fair, I've never been a huge Final Fantasy fan.
All right, Lucas, why don't you take us to Phantom's question?
I was so busy having fun, I forgot to figure out an answer for this freaking question. Pika freaking chew. Phantom says that's just like the joke of the night. If you hate it, I'm sorry, forget it. Phantom asks, what is the hardest game you have ever done? And that's a really hard question to answer. Probably, I don't know if this is the hardest game, but it's the first one that comes to mind for me. Probably Zelda 2 for the NES.
That was still never beat that.
That was a hard as balls game, I'll tell you that much. There may have been harder out there, but I can't think of any offhand. You guys go, and maybe I'll have.
I have a question for this though, because like you know how I beat games and you guys beat games. So like I beat Hyrule Warriors, but you guys like really beat Hyrule Warriors. Like how are we like? Is this a thing? Because if that's a thing, then Dark Souls for me, because I collected everything and I got 1,000 achievement points, and that was
If we're talking 100%ing games, I think the hardest game I ever 100%ed was Breath of the Wild. That Korok task was not made for mortals to complete.
I have never 100%ed a game that I can remember, but
So what's the hardest game you've finished the main task on then?
All right, here's my question. Do we have to play it straight on original hardware with no modifications?
No.
Then it would have to be Super Mario Brothers 2 Japan, The Lost Levels over here, which I played on the 3DS with save states because that game hates you and wants you to suffer.
It really does.
So for me, for both the hardest game and the 100%, it's actually the same game. It's the original Mutant Muds. And if you guys think that's something to laugh at, beat it and get everything to challenge you. It's not as easy as it looks.
Well, see, I feel like now that we've kind of all answered,
and I've done that twice.
I feel like there's another side to this whole thing, because there's a few games that stand out to me as just being brutally hard, but not until the end. Like the game is just fine, and then you get through the game, and it's just like it's hellish. And I'm having that problem actually with Cluster Truck right now. The game is super fun right up until the final boss, and that final boss is just it's horrible. Like it's a terrible decision for a game, and I've had that with other games too. That was what turned me off from Way Forward when I played Mighty Milky Way. The entire game was just a fun, cute little puzzle game, puzzle platformer. Then you get to the final boss, and it's just like a hellish incarnation of itself. And yeah, I mean, just is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, the last 4 levels on Mutant Muds, like they are so expertly crafted with traps to where when you die, you know it's your fault and that you can do it.
Yeah, see, that's...
My God, is it difficult to get it done.
See, and that's the difference between, like, the Donkey Kong games are that way. Like, I guess I could also count like Donkey Kong Country Returns because I beat that, and even the extra
that
bonus.
original one was rough, dude.
It was.
But I beat that on the 3DS, so I didn't have save states or anything like that. So that one's probably a more fair answer. But yeah, that's one of those games where if you die, it's your fault. You messed something up. Whereas Super Mario Brothers 2, you died again, the Lost Levels version. You died because they wanted you to die because they hate you and your family and your pets. Like that is just the trolliest game ever made.
So I actually really appreciate this question because it's actually like a really fun question that at its core seems really simple. I'd like to propose that we all think about this over the next week, like casually, and we might come back to this during next week's question block,
okay with
and
that.
we might have a different answer. Because I think maybe with more time, we might have different answers to this.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. Cool. Well, that was our question block segment. Again, if you would like to join us in a question next week.
No.
Oh, wait, just kidding. We have another one. I'll edit that part out. Don't worry. Go ahead, Justin. Why don't you read us our question for Minus?
Even though the victim of this atrocity has already heard it and is judging you now. All right. Our final question comes from Minus64, who asks, a not really trolly question for once. If you were a wrestler being introduced to the crowd on stage, what song would you walk out to? Anything goes. There you go. Anything goes. Can't go wrong with Cole Porter. No.
Oh, God. God. Am I the only one that gets that?
I don't know whether I should hope so or hope not, honestly.
Oh, Lord.
Eugene, I never pegged you for a Golden Age musical fan.
I'm almost embarrassed to say my answer.
I'm gonna think of my real answer in a minute.
The first thing that popped into my mind was Sandstorm by Darude. That's not right. I love that song, though. I looked at the lyrics on Pandora. It used to say da-da-da-da-da for like 28 lines.
Da, da, da.
Gosh.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. There's another good one.
The one that
to Da, da, da by Trio.
The one that actually came to mind, though, was Dragula by Rob Zombie or Du Hast by Rammstein.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love those two songs.
I'm going to go with an answer that I don't really know the answer to, but I'm thinking of some kind of like J-pop music or something like that, K-pop even. Like, give me something like
The answer you're looking for is Pon Pon. That's the song that you need to.
I'm going to go with it.
Lucas, can we get this?
I'm very confused about your race right now. Between getting the Anything Goes reference and the K-pop and the I don't know what's happening anymore.
Not gay pop, K-pop, damn it.
I said K-pop.
Well, whatever you said. Just so you know, black people love Japanese and Korean culture.
That is true.
That
is not at all a stereotypical thing to say.
But he
not
said
at all mildly racist.
Wouldn't be the first time for this show.
We're all a little bit racist.
I shared Eugene's song in our chat. If somebody who's got Audacity or Voice Meter open wants to play it. Before you do, I would come out to Groose's theme from Breath of the Wild because that would fill me with all the confidence I need. Especially if I had the pompadour to back it up while I was wrestling. Like I just that would be it. Okay, Steve, can you play Eugene's wrestling?
It's loading. It's coming.
Now I just want to see you in a pompadour, dog.
You know what the first thing I thought of was, and we're probably going to run out of time now.
Or we're going to get cut off by J-pop.
I can't remember the name.
Yeah, this is what I want. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I'll have I'll just have like Speedos and a suspenders, and that's it. That's what I'm walking out to the stage on.
While this is playing, I actually have a fun side story for us. The company where Eugene and I work apparently actually used to play this song on the channel that shows sales. Every time there was a sale, this YouTube video would link to it.
I'm never going to be able to say. Justin, what were you going to say?
This is going to be the most embarrassing copyright strike ever. I was going to say my first thought was March and Fanfare by the Bobs, which, for those of you who don't know, was the song that Andy Kaufman used to enter the ring to back when he was a wrestler.
I have a second fun fact, and then we'll get out of question block here. The woman who sang that was the same woman who did the advert for the shells for the 3DSs in Japan, where like Mario's wearing like a suit and tie, and Link's got like the little top hat, and Bowser looks like a hipster.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was in a direct.
I'm gonna have to.
Was it in an American direct?
Yeah, in fact, one of the Mario outfit from that music video, to go even farther into nerd trivia here, is also an outfit that you can unlock in Mario Odyssey. I think it's called like the Fancy outfit or something like that. So there's your 3 degrees of separation to Mario Odyssey.
Phantom says "Down with the Sickness" by Disturbed. I love that song.
No, but see, that's too serious.
No, I want "Down with the Sickness" by Richard Cheese.
What about BYOB? That's a good song.
Which BYOB? We talking
Amish
like
Paradise?
Not the group, but the song. I can't remember who it's by.
Oh, please! We both know you'd come out to some ICP.
No, maybe back in high school. But
in full clown garb.
God. All right, that's it for Question Block. This time for real. If you'd like to join us with the question next week, go to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and join us at the $3 or above tier. We'll be right back with
after these messages.
Change the System.
Too much.
God, am I really gonna have to YouTube this song?
No.
What, Pon? Yeah, you should download it.
No, BYOB.
I know what you're talking about, but it is not like. Yeah,
Eugene,
it's not coming into my head.
This is bringing back memories.
Wait! I know it's over, but Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
Oh God.
That's my new answer.
Eugene, this is bringing back memories of when I was getting out of Maggie's at like 1 a.m. for that fashion show, like right before I quit. And I was like blasting baby metal on like...
And then Gandalf the Grey, and Gandalf the White, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Back Night, and Benito Mussolini, and the Blue Meanie, and Cowboy Curtis, and John B. the Genie, Robocop the Terminator, Captain Kirk, and Darth Vader, son of a bitch!
No idea what's happening.
So Phantom then adds, it would be full clown, but if it was Ronald McDonald clown style.
I'm going to remind you of your rap outburst the next time you get mad at me for interrupting you, Justin. Go on, Lucas.
You don't need to remind him. You just point to this video.
I was screaming at you at stoplights that the only thing keeping me conscious was screaming Japanese girls screaming metal music about how much they love chocolate.
Hey. All right, bless you, Steve. Are we ready to change this system and change the segment here? Let me make a note.
So ready. Are we finishing earlier?
Eugene, save those sneezes.
Oh my God, yeah, it's
later on.
Early right now.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize that.
Admittedly, it'll be like 11:30 by the time one of us finishes our change the system. But like right now, we're making good time.
Steve, what am I saving? I heard you say I need to save something.
Yeah, those sneezes at the 123 mark in mine, you can use those as sensors later on.
Oh, God.
I think you should start using New Jersey Pikachu for all your sensors. forget cutesy Pikachu. It should just be like, hey, kid, I'm trying a lightning bolt over here.
No, we need to get some sound bites of Toad from like Double Dash or something where he sounds particularly crazy.
I mean, if you want, I could just be like...
We don't need it. We got Lucas. Lucas
I got
can
right. I was just saying, you sound like usually.
Link, open your eyes. Like I can do whatever you want.
Okay. Give me Groose.
No, he never talks.
I approve.
All right, guys, let's roll into
What
the
other
show.
mute characters can we make Lucas imitate?
Let's roll into the show here. I got my notes. I'm going to
did it
bring us
pretty good.
in
Don't
to
make
the
noise.
show. Eventually, thank goodness, when nobody's talking anymore. Hello, we are back. We are about to start Change the System. In case you guys forgot, a couple segments back, I went in 10 tins, just so you know. It was great. It was awesome. But with that said, we're going to talk about some of the games we've been playing this week. I don't know who wants to start. I could, if you guys want. I kind of got a hefty list for once, but I don't know. Who does anybody feel like taking the lead?
Start,
here?
Eugene.
Yeah, I'll take it. All right, I'll take it because we kind of talked about a lot of the games that I was playing already. So let's start with Bloodstained because that came up in Change the System. Man, guys, I was not expecting to like that game as much as I did. When I first talked about it last week, I think I had only put in a couple of hours, so I had only unlocked one additional character and everything like that. But it turns out there's a bunch of different characters that you can cycle through, each of them with their own unique abilities. So, like, there's this one gal who has lower health, but, she can jump higher, and she has a longer weapon. She has, like, an actual whip. So, you have to use that kind of stuff strategically. And then you have one person that's a mage who can pick up, like, the mage type of weaponry. Because, like, in, like, typical Castlevania style, you break the lanterns or whatever else, and then items fall down. Well, in this game, they're, like, color coordinated. So, like, only the mage can get these certain weapons. And only this one gal with the whip can only get these certain weapons. And only the dude with the tiny little knife thing that I'm surprised he's not dead yet because he sucks, can get the other types of weapons. But I really, really like it. The soundtrack was really, really good. That's actually what kept me going for the most part because I was enjoying it okay in the beginning, but it took a little bit to get to really get rolling, to like show you what it had to offer. So by the time really like the first couple of like levels, I guess, are basically tutorial levels if you really think about it, because it's teaching you how each character traits differ and how you would solve puzzles with each of the different characters. So I found that part pretty fascinating. It was just a really good game all around. Gameplay's solid. The mechanics are really good. It even has this really awesome feature, Justin, that I think you would appreciate, that I ended up using a bunch. They have a casual mode, and then they have like a veteran mode, and then so basically it changes a bunch of things. So one thing, for example, I don't know if you remember in the old Castlevania games, like Castlevania 3, if an item hits, or well, in old school, like, 8-bit games, and sometimes like an enemy hits you and there's like a fallback damage, right? Like you can get like knocked back or something like that. So when you're on like certain platforming levels,
notorious for that.
Yeah, well, like with the Medusa heads and everything like that, right? So if you turn it to casual mode, you'll still get damaged by those enemies, but you won't have the knockback damage. So it makes it just a little bit easier to get through levels like that. So I did appreciate that kind of stuff.
That might make me want to check this game out if I'm not like super hardcore like old school platformer like the punishing ones, but I'll play like a retro game if it kind of accommodates people who aren't uncannily skilled.
Right. Yeah, because like again, I started off the game in that veteran mode because I was like, yeah, I know how to play these games, and I was able to do the first couple of levels like no problem. But then once I started to run into problems, rather than like beat my head against it, I was like, well, I'm just gonna change it to the casual level because I don't really care. There's like not any achievements or anything like that, so like I just want to enjoy this game. Got past the parts that were a little bit difficult for me, and then I was able to move on. Like, no shame in that. Like, somebody might shame me, but I don't care. Like, I enjoyed my time with it because of it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I play most games in easy mode anyway, so...
Sure.
Oh, I'm going to shame you. I'm going to shame you good.
Well, that's kind of what I've learned. If you're not having fun playing the game, there's no point in playing it.
Right.
Put the mode in there to where you can get through it and enjoy it. There's no shame in using it unless you're Lucas. I'll shame you.
I am gonna be the hardcore scrub of the group who admits that he prefers playing games that are like so punishingly difficult that it throws your system against a wall. But to each their own. I have no qualms if you want to play easier or
exactly.
harder.
Mm-hmm. Right. So yeah, that's a game that I was not expecting to put a whole lot of time into, but I did, and I really enjoyed it. So that's Bloodstained. Let's talk Mario Tennis. I played some other games, but not really as much, and my timer's running out anyways. And I really want to talk about Mario Tennis. I have mixed feelings about this. There's a quick look that I put up yesterday on Infendo.com if you want to go take a look, see. But it is a really solid game. But it's frustrating because it's so good, but it just misses the mark on a couple of different levels. So number one, the story mode is there. It's fine, but it's just missing something. I don't know. It's just missing something. So that was a little frustrating, and especially going off of Camelot's precedent with like previous Mario Tennis, Mario Golf RPG games. So
yeah.
Can I make
go ahead. Dive right in.
This is going to be part of my change the system anyway, so I might as well use your time. But to me, it felt like the entire story, like all of the challenges and stuff, while fun, were like a tutorial on how to play the game. Like it was teaching you like shot control and aiming and even the latter levels were like that. It was just like advanced
even the bosses
aiming,
too.
advanced shot control. Yeah, none of it felt natural and like I wanted to. Like I was doing it to unlock courts. I wasn't doing it because it was fun. Like.
Yeah, no, for sure, exactly. I felt the same way. I had the same feelings about it, and then to compile onto that, like, not quite as lackluster in the modes as like the Mario Ultra or whatever the hell the Wii U one was called, but
Ultra Smash, yeah.
Yeah, Ultra Smash, but thank you, Justin. But even still, like, you go back to even Mario Tennis 64, the original Mario Tennis game, just had more modes, more options to, like, adjust things. Like, there's not even an option to make it, like, a 3-set match. You can't do that.
I was trying to figure out how to do that, and I've just done a few quick matches against the computer, and I was trying to figure out like how do I make the matches longer? How do I make them like I haven't even figured out how I'm supposed to get them to score properly.
Well, and that's the thing about the UI in this game is just the menu is just so bad because like you have to go into a menu and you have to change all your settings before the match starts, and the settings don't save every time you turn off the system, so you've got to do that each time. And then to change courses, you have to go into the options menu, go down to the levels, and then select in that a second menu to choose what court you want to go to. It's clunky. It's not user friendly.
Lucas, you want to just kind of roll into your change the system since we're kind of already talking tennis?
Yeah, I mean, we might as well. And feel free to keep going because we've been using up a lot of your time. But yeah, no, I mean, like I'm right where Eugene is, I think, on every point. Gameplay-wise, it's incredibly solid. It's right up there with the other Mario Tennises in that, like, it's fun. It's great. It's a fun game. But, like, everything that it's wrapped in, it's like the Reese's Pop where, like, the Reese's is, or whatever those were, Tootsie Roll Pop, where, like, the Tootsie Roll is like sweet and delicious and perfect and just like you remember it, but the actual like pop itself is like foot flavor or something. Like it's just it's missing that like soul that the original Mario Tennis had. There's not like the cute animations and stuff when you like win a tournament. There are tournaments, but there's not like enough for it to ever get difficult. Like you finish the Star Cup and that's it. And I think it's really banking on being an online game, and that's great and that's fine. But even like unlocking extra characters, we have to wait, and every month we unlock one for playing in a tournament. Like, it would be nice to unlock some extra characters just by playing through the game or getting through the tournament, or like
Right. Exactly.
I'm to you, Eugene.
No, I'm everything you said is basically my thoughts on the game. Like it's solid. Like it's really solid. Like it's so good. But that's what's so frustrating about it because it's just missing that little touch to make it like you said pre-show, like to make it the definitive Mario Tennis. It
ain't no Thunderbolt, but it's a Thunder Shock.
Right. But yeah, that's all I have for Mario Tennis. I'll probably have more thoughts next week, but.
You know what this is making me want to do? Go into the 3DS eShop and buy the Mario Tennis for Game Boy Color.
Well, see, and here's the thing. Like those games are fine. I loved Mario Golf as a kid, and I don't really miss the story mode because like that was always a handheld thing anyway. And the Switch game feels more like a main series game. It's just like it's such a good game and it's worth buying. I wish it was like perfect, you know, but it's not perfect. It's too modern for its own good. Like it's forgotten what it used to be, basically.
Sure.
Anyway, back to you, Gene.
No, back to you. My change of system's up. You're ready.
Okay, change the system. Animal Crossing. I have 9 villagers now. I am waiting on an Anka amiibo card so I can get my 10th, so nobody else is allowed to move into my village. Because she's my favorite and I love her so much. I am attempting to get into Star Fox Zero because I was not able to get into Star Fox 64 last week. I think that's going to happen, but I need to play that when I'm not Infendoing because that is a game play for the voice acting, not in spite of it. Much like Star Fox 64, like you want to be there for that game. Playing Minecraft, a little frustrated at the moment because I have managed to figure out how to make a portal spawn in the Nether where I needed to go because I spawned at the very bottom of the Nether and I can't dig my way out because there's lava all around me. Made it higher. This portal spawned right on top of the first portal. So I'm legitimately considering giving up at this point. We'll see what happens with that, but I'm losing faith in myself.
What if we have just a stack of nether portals?
Of nether portals? Yeah. I don't know what the solution is at this point. We'll see what happens, but I'm not feeling that confident in myself. Like I mentioned in Eugene's, I played a ton of Mario Tennis Aces. For all my bluster and bravado, I didn't play Splatfest this weekend. Really bums me out that it's only one night. That is not enough time for a normal player to play Splatfest. Right. Yeah, it should go back to 2 nights. I don't know why they didn't continue that from the first game.
Right. I thought it seemed strange that there was only one night, but I never played enough Splatfest to remember correctly if they had reduced it.
Splatoon 1, it was always 2 nights, and part of the thing for me was I used to work at the movie theater, which feels so good to say, by the way, used to. But like when I did, sometimes usually on weekends, like a Friday night or something, I'd have to work until 2 or 3 in the morning. So I wouldn't be able to play Splatfest. And then I would work Saturday at like 8 a.m. So I always look forward to having that second night to, get into the game and play as much as I possibly could. That's missing this time around. So I don't know what's up with that. I played a bunch of Pokemon Go. We talked about that at the beginning of the show. The only other game I played is One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, which is a port of a PlayStation game. It's yet another Dynasty Warriors game. Makes it like my 5th Dynasty Warriors game on the system.
I saw you playing a One Piece game.
And the reason I'm playing it is because I went over to my friend's house and we hung out and I brought my Switch and I was like, hey, you really like this game, right? And he was like, yeah. I was like, let's do it. Let's play it. Let's get it. Let's we played it. It's super fun. I love it. Now I have this problem though, where like Hyrule Warriors has like the best like adventure mode and everything, an unlockable system. Fire Emblem Warriors has the best like ability to like command your units and have control over your units and everything. But One Piece Warriors plays more like a beat 'em up fighting game. So you can actually like input commands, and whereas in like Hyrule Warriors, it's like YYYX, YYYYX, YYYYX, and it's just like those are your combos. In this, it's like you can do like YXY, YYXYX. Like there's all kinds of different.
Oh,
like,
dude, that's
and,
exactly what I need from a Warriors game.
So it's a lot.
Yeah, like the mindless button mashing of Hyrule Warriors, so that works for me.
It's well, and you can mindlessly button mash. Like most of the combos are hard to like figure out and pin down, but there's a lot more combination of like button presses that you can pull off to do specific moves. And like every time I finish a quest, like I'm getting new ones that like it doesn't say I'm getting them. I have to like go in and like figure out what they are. But like it's cool. I'm liking it a lot. And One Piece is also just like a phenomenal anime. So getting to finally like watch, because the show is like 800 episodes long. So I can't do that. I've watched like 100 episodes and I didn't even get to like the main story. I was like, I can't watch anymore right now. But now I'm like 1 chapter in and it's like 100 episodes in because I'm already experiencing new content. So it's like, okay, it's an abridged version of the story, but at least I finally know who like characters are and I can like learn backstories.
So let me ask you this.
Like the graphic novel version.
When I worked at GameStop, this girl used to call me this weird one-piece character. I think it was like Usopp or something.
Oh, poor baby.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Usopp it's probably because of your hair, honestly, I was hoping. But no, he's like the kind of like cowardly liar guy who like he learns to be brave, but he's always like kind of a coward.
I'll take
Not
it.
a good thing.
Hey, I'll take it, I guess. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't really see you as an Usopp, but to each their own, I suppose.
This wasn't a girl that she was she. I'll tell you later on.
Okay.
Steve, why don't you tell us about what you've been playing?
So, it should come as a surprise to nobody that I've spent the majority of my week at work in between, solving people's computer crises. I'm playing Pokemon Go. I've been playing a living crap ton of that game. Like I said, I love the fact that when I walk around my dealerships that my eggs hatch because it uses a combination of distance plus steps to actually hatch your eggs instead of just sheer distance, because we don't get crap for cell phone reception in the dealerships anyway. So I've been playing a ton of that. I've got 2 friends at work that I've been playing, that we exchange gifts every day. Lucas is high on my gift exchange list. Eugene and his girlfriend just added me today. So I've got like 7 friends at this point in Pokemon Go. Absolutely loving it. What are you showing us, Lucas? Oh no, don't play it. So I've been playing the crap out of Pokemon Go. I finally hatched my first few Alolan Pokemon. I've gotten a couple of Alolan Grimers. I've gotten a couple of Alolan Meowths. I just hatched an Alolan.
All I hatch is the damn Meowths, man. I'm getting pissed.
I have yet to hatch.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my Vulpix. I'm just waiting for that Vulpix. I've got 4 more Alolan eggs I'm working on right now. So hopefully, let's see, what's tomorrow? Thursday. Hopefully by Friday I'll have these next round of eggs hatched. So I've been enjoying that. The other game that I've been playing again is Minecraft. I actually haven't played Hyrule Warriors at all this week because the Better Together update is finally here on Minecraft. It dropped somewhere between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. local time. Don't know exactly when. I just saw it was on the eShop and I started playing it. I started New World because, new Minecraft, New World. That's just kind of what I do. I did import my other 2 worlds, my survival and my creative that I was playing on. Lucas and I have kind of started a world together. Lucas, is that the world that we're going to bring to the Infendo server when it comes, or are we going to do another one on top of that?
What, Grumpflablomp, the world where we've been...
What did you just say?
Grumpflablomp?
That's the name of the world.
No, it entirely depends on whether I can figure out this nether situation or not. Because,
Gotcha.
Not being able to explore the nether is kind of a kill for me. If we can dig a tunnel up, then I'm happy. But, that's going to be a progress process. So,
speaking of which, we're going to have to redo the garden in that world. Because I've learned there are far more efficient ways to garden. I used to have, a line of water, 2 lines of soil, and, in which place I'd place my crops. And then I'd do 2 more lines of soil, a water. So get this. So you put 1 square of water down, just a single square.
And then
you go 4 blocks this direction, 4 blocks this direction, 4 up, 4 down, 4 diagonal, and you fill in the gaps. 1 square of water will irrigate 80 squares of land.
Next time on
that's on beetroots. Yeah, that's on beetroots, carrots, potatoes, and wheat that works. And then I figured out, I don't really care about the pumpkin and melon one because I do those automatically anyway. But yeah, so I'm still learning about this game, and I've put probably well over 500 hours into it at this point, and I'm still learning new stuff about this game. We also did our first cross-console playthrough. Me and Lucas played Minecraft with EP Knothead on his on Windows 10. And we did that mainly because I had heard that once you hit about the 1 hour mark, it starts to have issues. We played for a solid 2.5 hours with no issues. So he left at midnight my time. And then we jumped into that world that Lucas and I were playing in. Lucas left at 2 my time.
This is the day that you didn't get any sleep, isn't it?
Yeah.
He went to bed at 5.
Instead of turning off my Switch like a normal human being at either midnight or 2, no. I jumped into my world and went to bed at 4:45 on Sunday night. So I have a problem. But yeah, I'm loving it. The biggest issue I have with it, though, is right now there's two big issues that we've noticed. All of the mashup packs, the only ones that actually work are Mario and the new Egyptian one. Nothing else works right now. So hopefully that's coming in the first patch. And for some reason, every time Lucas boots up the game, he has to go through the whole process of signing into his Microsoft account.
Yeah, we don't know what's up with that. That's a thing that keeps happening.
And it's just on his console, too.
Have you tried deleting the game and re-downloading it by chance?
No, I have not.
That might work.
I tried rebooting it. So
I'm a little afraid. I mean, I'd have to archive it, I guess. But yeah, I could probably pull that off.
Well, no, your save data will still be there. You just delete the game and reinstall the game.
Well, fair enough. Well,
yeah, so
Justin,
that's what I've been playing.
Justin, have you been playing anything interesting this week that you'd like to speak upon?
A little bit. Mostly I've been playing what I am not playing right now while we were recording the podcast, because we don't do that on Infendo. Breath of the Wild Master Mode. Not going to talk about that because, I already have plenty.
How many times can we?
Right. See, I'm still playing Donkey Kong. I did play a little bit of Mario Tennis Aces. I did not get into the story mode like these guys did. I've mostly played just like random matches against the computer. I'm loving the mechanics, but yeah, the interface is confusing, and so found myself playing Golf Story again. Yesterday. Wow. First time in a long time. I think it's the whole Mario Tennis, Mario Golf
I can see that
connection that kind of got me back into it. But actually what I really wanted to talk about was something that I was hoping to post a video of, but my video recording got all screwed up, so I'll just talk about it here. So consider this a pseudo review before the written review goes up on Friday. If you're listening to this live, congratulations, you get a preview. If you're not, then tough. Listen to us live next time. Let me see, so make sure I'm actually showing what I'm doing. So, of course, we know, Nintendo released their Labo cardboard cutout things. I did not get one of those, but when I got Donkey Kong, little backstory. When I got Donkey Kong, I thought, when I got Punch-Out even, I thought it'd be great if I could play this in vertical mode. Now I've got the little plastic stand that I've shown on occasion, and that works pretty well for putting it in vertical mode, but I wanted that arcade experience. So I went on Amazon looking for arcade stands for the Switch. I know they exist. People like 3D print them, and they have ones that you can construct out of wood. Well, I came across this little beauty. It is the arcade bracket. It is not an official Nintendo Labo thing. I actually have no idea who makes it. On Amazon, it is listed as being made by a company called GH. Not sure if that's actually their name or the distributor or whatever, but it just says arcade bracket, and it is, as you can see, basically a Labo style thing to put your Switch into and your Joy-Cons to create this little arcade cabinet stir thing. The reason I got it is because of, see if I can, this picture right here, which if you're watching on the YouTube channel, you can see. If you're listening to the recorded podcast, I don't know, Google it or something. Go on Amazon and look it up. It shows what looks like a place to put the Switch in vertically. So I got it. I built it. I made a video of me building it. The video failed me on multiple occasions, so wasn't that interesting. One neat thing about this is it is all one piece, and it all fits in this tiny little cardboard box. So unlike the other Labo stuff, well, this isn't actually Labo, but unlike the official Nintendo Labo stuff where you've got like dozens of pieces of cardboard to deal with, this is all one piece of cardboard that folds up into this neat little thing. again, if you're listening to the recorded podcast, you're going to miss out on some visual demonstrations here. But you take the Switch and stick it in here. I'm just going to do this with one Joy-Con. And you put it in here. And you've got a little arcade cabinet. So for what it shows on the box, it works. In practice, however, not so great. Playing like this, saved it. Playing like this is not the ideal way to play. And like, if you wanted to, like, my first thought was, oh, I've got Ultra Street Fighter 2. I can put it in there, put the Joy-Cons on, and play with my kid like an old arcade. Problem is, you can't access the L and R buttons because they're tucked into the cardboard. So you got to either remap things. Plus, it's a little hard to do a quarter circle on this thing with your fingers. The other problem is what I originally thought was a vertical thing is actually just a spot for the USB cable on the bottom and an air vent on the top. So if you try to do this, it's too tall. And even if I thought like maybe I could cut a little bit of cardboard out on the bottom and top and fit it in, it's still too tall. So my final review on this is like maybe a 2.5 out of 5. It's functional, it's fun, but it really doesn't. It was $11, so it didn't break the bank. And it is kind of cool looking. And what's nice thing about it is you can decorate it, you can paint it, you can put stickers on it, you can make it look all nice and cool if you want to do that. The usability with the Joy-Cons, not so great. I mean, you can take them out and, play them in your hand, but then you're kind of, what's the point of having the bracket? And since you can't do it vertically, you may as well spend the extra $1 and get the Amazon Basics plastic foldable stand that I usually use and use that instead. So again, for the fun of building it, the customizability, and the bare bones functionality, it's good, but beyond that, it was really just kind of a waste.
Honestly, the thing that looks like it's going to be the best for that is that thing you shared, I think in the Discord, that Kickstarter that is like basically a Joy-Con grip that is vertical mode. That looks cool.
I have to look up the name of that because I really want to kind of spread the word on that. I think Jeremy Parrish of Retronauts was promoting that, and it's basically a Joy-Con grip, like Eugene said, that holds the Switch vertically in between your Joy-Con, so you can hold your Switch basically like this, play Donkey Kong, Punch Out, whatever other flip grip. And that's a Kickstarter, so go into Kickstarter and look that up. And it's actually a pretty affordable Kickstarter. I mean, I think $12. If you back it at $12, you get you get one when they're completed. And so I would definitely recommend either backing that or just getting the Amazon Basics plastic foldable stand, which holds the. I wish I could find it. I'd show it to you.
Or dig into your drawer and find that Kid Icarus stand if you can find it.
I've never actually seen the Kid Icarus stand, let alone had one. But hey, look at that! Even the Wii U gamepad stand will work for that sort of thing. So yeah, don't get this unless you want it for looks, because it ain't good for anything else. But yeah, as far as like playing games, I haven't done anything new, exciting, or interesting. I played the first level of the demo for Captain Toad on the 3DS. As usual, the 3D is not as impressive as it should be, but it's definitely the system that the game always should have been on because of the 3D.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
Yeah, besides that, I haven't played anything else exciting, so there's my review for you. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm going to run over time because I just thought of something else that I wanted to review a long time ago. I'm sorry, Eugene. We're running early. Another Amazon Basics thing that I got. little.
Is that for a Joy-Con? Oh, that's really cool.
Awesome.
I can't remember the name of it, but just look up Amazon Basics Switch accessories, Joy-Con grip or whatever. But yeah, basically it makes the Joy-Con much more ergonomic.
Man, that looks actually awesome.
Yeah, it gives you nice big buttons. And when I play Donkey Kong or Street Fighter or whatever, this is what I'm using to play it. So these are also another good investment. I think it's $10 for a pair of them, maybe 15.
That's nice.
But yeah, so Amazon Basics make good stuff, especially for Switch.
Very nice. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, we are almost to the end of the show, but we would be remiss if we forgot to thank our fine patrons for the month, because this is the final episode this month, and we have some thank yous to dole out. So we're just going to get started here on the list. I'm going to start us off and read us a few names. So I'd like to thank personally Andrew Searson. Thank you very much for being our wonderful patron, a Discord member, all that fun stuff. We love you being a part of the show. You make us better. Apollo Lemon, you do the same thing. You provide us with some fundage, and that helps us to make the show what it is today. Carmine Red, thank you very much for being a patron. You are a wonderful shade of red. Maybe it's even burgundy, I'm not sure. Daniel Gaskin, we love you. I love your name. It reminds me of Baskin Robbins. That's all that I'm going to read. Who wants to take the next little bit? I'll jump at once.
Dr. Johnny 5, thank you for your continued support. Efrain Gonzalez, we appreciate you supporting us every month. EP Knothead, always good to see another regular contributor. Heather White, one of the originals, thank you so much for continuing to support us. And James Brown, also known as Corrupted, thanks for your support, and thanks for always giving us Nintendo suggestions. You're one of the regulars in that segment.
Who's next?
Lucas? Justin?
Justin is asking a question. Could somebody answer it?
It's in
the
show
notes. Lucas.
I will go next. Did you leave off at Jonathan Lewis?
Yeah, he's your first one.
Jonathan Lewis, thank you ever so much for being one of our Usu lovey-dovey patrons. JZ Beast, thank you for that as well. And you are like the chattiest member of our Discord, so thank you for basically keeping that alive single-handedly. Malik Emrys, thank you as well. You're another regular of ours. Mark Nowak, thank you. You're pretty awesome. You know why. Michael Larson, thank you too. You're one of like the 15 Michaels we have on in our little Patreon family, but you're special to me and one other member. I'll let you guess who that is. And Mike Corky Dog, thank you, sir. You are another frequent face in our Discord, in our Patreon. You mean the world to us. Thanks for being a part of the show.
Okay, sorry, I was having a hard time finding the list. We left off at Corky Dog, correct?
That's right.
All right. Just like to thank Mustard Giant Cow. Not a big fan of mustard, but I do like burgers, so you know that's always a good combination there. Minus 64. Don't put yourself down like that. You are a plus in my book. Phantom.
I just got that
ghost
stupid
joke in there.
Damn it! Just got that joke. Damn it!
I didn't hear what that was, but I'll take credit for it.
Phantom knows. He'll look.
Okay. Robert Gagnon, gonna have to let us know how to pronounce that. That's your goal for next month.
We
Rocco,
that's your name every month, but we love you anyway.
Yes. Rocco, that seems like a new name to me. So if I'm correct that you are new to the Patreon team, welcome to the group. Hope you have fun with us. And finally, Schnazzy one, good close personal friend of mine. So I appreciate you helping us out.
Awesome, very nice. Well, that has been the show, but we are going to get out of here with our plugs. I'm going to plug first because I've got the pluggiest plugs of them all. You can find everything that we're doing at Infendo.com. Please, please, please go there. We've recently redesigned the site. Tell us if you love it. Tell us if you hate it. We'll make it better if you hate it. Give us your feedback. We would appreciate that. But from there, you can find all of our fun things like the merch shop. You can join our Discord channel. Don't forget to go ahead and jump into the YouTube and like the videos, especially the one right now if you're watching it. Hit that like button. We'd appreciate that. And then, yeah, go do all those things. We'd appreciate that. But as for me, you can find everything that I'm doing at Infendo Eugene on Twitter. And don't forget to follow at Infendo on Twitter as well. Where are we going to be following you this week, Steve?
In Minecraft, all the time. Seriously, you guys, now that cross-platform play is a thing, throw your, gamer tag in the...
what are the kids calling them nowadays?
Friend codes.
30-something
section on the Discord because now we can play with you. But yeah, so you can find me at Gentis1 on Twitter. You can also follow at Nintendo Fever on Twitter and keep an eye on what we're doing over there as well. And then you can also find some gameplay videos, which I'm going to be uploading another set in the next couple of days, on twitch.tv/Gentis.
Hey Steve, where could I put my PSN username to play Minecraft with you?
Up your ass.
Justin, where... Wait, we already did Justin. Jeez.
No, we did do Justin already.
Well, I want to do Justin.
You started on Steve.
I don't know what's going on. Justin, let's do you. Where are we doing you this week? Let's do you good.
You didn't even give me
much rage
there. You can follow me on Twitter at InfendoJustin. You can also follow my Disney rantings at Utilidork or on utilidork.com, UTILIDORK. Let's see, I've got some stuff going up on YouTube as well. I have to put the last part of my Breath of the Wild Master Mode Great Plateau playthrough up there, but I'm probably going to do it without commentary. It's just the way it is. I can't record the commentary with the kids around. It's too hectic. So if you want to watch a very silent video of me finishing the Great Plateau and kind of exploring Hyrule Field a little bit, I'll throw that up there. But my next big playthrough is going to be Donkey Kong for the Super Game Boy. Being played on an actual Super Game Boy. So for those of you who've never actually seen the Super Game Boy enhancements, you definitely want to check that out. It's something that we've all been missing out on with the recent, well, not recent, but with the 3DS release. You miss out on a lot of stuff if you don't play it on the Super Game Boy. So check that out when it goes up.
Cool. You guys have to watch it because it almost broke his capture card.
No, my capture card was full. That's what the problem was.
I know.
Well, Lucas, when your capture card is full, where can we find you to watch the stuff that is full of?
You can't. That's why the capture card is full. You can't save any more videos. However,
half empty.
You can find me trying to understand why I'm playing the Detective Pikachu demo, and have been since we started changing.
I told you not to. I told you.
It's like Phoenix Wright Light, and there's like Pikachu and Pokemon, which is cool, but it's got this really like weird, gross, like Disney art style to like the humans. So that's a thing. But more
this is something you should be playing when you can actually listen to it.
More important than because I can hear Danny DeVito or like Jersey Pikachu in my head. like what clues are there? And like that's enough to make it worthwhile for me. No, you can find me on Twitter at Chromatic Hue. That's a thing. Not changing it. Learn how to spell chromatic. I have a Patreon. The easiest way to get to that is to just go to hueadventure.com. There's going to be a new version of my game up on Sunday. Well, let's be real, probably Monday. But there will be a new version of the game up at some point over the weekend or affiliated Monday. If you're a $5 patron, that'll be a thing. If you're not a $5 patron, go on and download the free version anyway. It's got the whole first world in it. It's the best one so far, so that's worth it. Other than that, yeah, Infendo's YouTube, infendo.com. We're posting a bunch of articles lately, so that's a thing. I just posted one like during the show actually too, so go check that out, I guess. And other than that, just give us likes and follows on Twitch and YouTube and all that good stuff. Check us out on iTunes. Check us out on Google Play. Check us out everywhere. Come to our house and check us out while we sleep. Give us a like. That's all that matters. We're hungry for likes and follows, boys and girls. So make our wildest dreams come true, Pikachu. And with that, I'm done being Pikachu for the night. I'm gonna go back to playing Detective Pikachu.
Next week, I'm ready for your new persona. It's gonna be Jesse from Team Rocket.
Yes.
But it has to be Jesse with like a weird American dialect.
All right, guys, it's been fun. It's been a week. Next week, we will have some wonderful patrons with us, hopefully. Don't forget, Minus and Phantom, we'd love to have you and play some Nintendoons with you. But until then, we will see you next week. So catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye. I miss you.
Good night from Bendabean.
Bendabean.
How are you
God.
not distracted, Lucas? You had Pikachu and Crash and Bendabean.
I'm trying to figure out who the owner of the black feather is that knocked the Apom out of the tree. I don't know what's going on. I'm just a Pikachu. I
Who's
can't walk
knocking
around
napalm
on
out of a
two
tree?
legs. I can't wear shirts and pants, and I just run around eating berries and using Thundershock all day.
Tonight.
You know what's sad
this
is that's better than
episode's-
Pikachu that's in the game.
This episode's stinger is going to be a doozy.
Somebody throw me a protein. I can't attack for garbage.
Oh, was not expecting that.
Come on, Mario. We gotta go on an adventure to the stars. We
Actually, you
gotta
kind of sound like
Pasolina.
Mario.
Oh God,
Oh.
Lou Albano.
Yep.
It's a rock, Luigi. You didn't make it.
All
Don't do drugs
YouTube
or
and
you'll go to
Twitch.
hell before you die.
We'll see y'all later. Please, please, please like the video if you're watching it right now. Like all, and then subscribe and click all the videos that are all around you. We'd like that. Twitch, I don't know Twitch yet. You do the Twitch things, and I hope
figure it
that
out.
things happen.
Give us money.
No, we can't do that
That's
yet until
the
we're an
Twitch
affiliate.
thing.
But we need you to follow us. We need all the followers so then you can give us money.
All the followers.
Thank you.
We'll keep doing the voices every week. This is me until we get 50,000 followers.
We're going to need that much to pay for all the lozenges you'll need.
Lucas, what have you been playing this week? I've been playing a lot of Harvest Moon. A casual game for casual people.
You evolved from Danny DeVito to Bette Midler. Good night, folks.